Normally I wouldn't approach ya without a formal introduction. Never been the type to move fast, but I'm feeling early eruption. Now tell me, are you down with that? Once you rock with me, ain't no coming back. I need a monkey, come hold me down. A real queen, now come wear this crown. Now we rockin' like, oh, holler out, flex up. Now we rockin' like, oh, I'll tell you what's next up. Now we rockin' like, oh, holler out, flex up. Now we rockin' like, oh, I'll tell you what's next up.
Yo, what is up? Welcome to another epic episode of the Subtle Flex podcast. Today we talk about the association. Anytime you see my boy Devin, we talking about the NBA. We're in the midst right now of the offseason. The draft just happened. Summer league's popping. Rumors are going on. Signings and trades. We're going to talk about all of it right now. It's my boy Devin, like you said. Anytime we talk basketball, he's always going to be around. And then I have two new faces, both from Fort Riley, Kansas. I want them to introduce themselves before we start getting hot. So White, go ahead and start. Then Juice, you can go next.
Here we go. I'm White. I met Us when we was at Fort Riley together playing basketball. Been kicking it ever since. As you know, diehard Miami Heat fan and also one of the biggest anime fans in the world.
There you go. What's up, Eddie?
Yo, my name's Eddie. They call me Juice. I met Us in Fort Riley, A1 since day one. You feel what I'm saying? We used to have that Us Juice Connect. Diehard Heat fan, a real Miami Heat fan, Florida. That's it.
Yeah, so we're going to dive right into it, all right? So we got everyone introduced. Like, now you guys are not strangers anymore. Everyone's going to watch you. They're going to know that anytime your face is on here, we're going to talk basketball. So we're going to talk straight into it, all right? NBA draft just happened. Your team's drafted, who they drafted. I wanted to go from White, Devin, Juice, and then me. How y'all felt about the NBA draft? Who do you think were winners and losers? And how did you feel about your team during that whole draft? So go ahead, White.
All right, so I feel like the top three picks, right, because those are the three picks that actually matter the most, were well placed. Chet, L-efao, and Jabari. I think they all went to the teams that they should have went to. Like those three, I believe that those are the winners to me. Losers, I don't really think there really is a loser because outside of those three, I don't believe you have some diamonds in the rough that can actually like, you know, help a team out further in the future. But I will say one surprising that I can't wait to see in gel is Kenny Lofton.
That big boy was killing Chet the other night.
Yeah. Yes, and I believe once he actually gets the right nutrition and the ability to, like, you know, and lose down that weight and then build upon himself, I'm gonna say that he might be like, you know, a variation of Charles Barkley. You know, because
that's high praise
with a nice J, because I believe he can do something and help Memphis out. For my team, Jokic.
Yes, I like him.
We needed someone to fit Bam on that side. We had another person, but they didn't play him the right way. I'm kind of mad that they didn't do it in Yuri. But, like, Jokic is very nice to us. But like I said, I didn't really think any losses that came to mind for the draft. But, yeah, that's my opinion on the draft.
What you got, Dev?
Honestly, I just think it's too early to tell. Like, when it comes to these drafts, nobody really know. Like, we all just guessing. You don't know how somebody's game gonna translate from college to NBA. So you read all these drafts, Steph Curry would go higher, Kawhi Leonard would go higher, Jokic, like, you know, we just guessing, and it's about the situation too. Like, you know, the guy from Miami, he gonna be good, but is he gonna play that much? Rather than, you know, the guy from Orlando, but he on a terrible team. So, but, you know, I told you this a year ago. Chet, I'm rolling with Chet. You can't teach 7-1, and he got the skill. I don't care how skinny he is, he has skill, which is, you can't. Hey, that's the most important thing.
That's the topic. Also, the reason why we're on this podcast with these two is because we're talking about skills and intangibles. We'll get into that. We'll get into that topic later down the line. But man, that always been a knock on Chet. Like, he's skinny. So what? This man's cooking. He's doing well for. Besides the time he met Kenny Lofton, but he got the skills.
I'm gonna go with the 7-footer.
he
They
still did his thing though.
because these other people, the guy from Orlando, hit point guard.
At 6'11". I think he's 6'11".
The Duke
Paulo?
dude? No, he's not 6'11".
Paulo's 6'10".
6'10".
Uh,
6'10". He's 6'10".
Yeah, he definitely. I don't think he's 6'11", but yeah, he definitely a point forward.
Yeah, power forward that can run the floor.
Which is crazy. He's well, because you look at that. If you look at that team, Wendell Carter 6'10", Banchero 6'10". I'm not saying they're really good, but like 6'11" is Jonathan Isaac. Then you still got Mo Bamba. Like they got some tall ass motherfuckers on that team.
Guard play is still well too though.
And then Franz Wagner.
Yeah, he on there. He's still on there. Wagner. That's
Yeah.
That's like. What about you, Juice? How you feel about the draft?
Man, like I agree with Dev. Like it's really too early to tell. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this about Paolo. That boy did look like it was too easy in that Houston game. Just like he was doing his thing, bro. He looked like a man amongst boys. Jovic, I'm not really sold on him, bro. Cause that first game, bro, that I didn't really like what I saw. I mean, he did his thing the second game, but it was just like he was getting buckets, like kind of taking what he could get or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really going out there getting buckets to me. You know what I'm saying? But you know how I view stuff. As far as Chet, I like the old school traditional, like, you know what I'm saying? I believe in skill, but I still think when you going up there with men, like, yeah, he got that skill set, but bro, what happened when he see Zion? What happened when he see, you know what I'm saying, Paolo? Paolo ain't going, like, they gonna little boy him to me, bro. Like, you saw what Kenny Lofton did to him. What happened when Ja wants to jump with him? What happened when Ja feeling froggy? When Anthony Edwards feeling froggy? He not start that more 195, bro. They gonna embarrass that man, bro. He might get hurt. I feel like it's a liability.
Ja dunk on people that's bigger than him, so he gonna get dunked on regardless. So it don't even matter.
I feel like he might get. In his case, he's so small, he might get hurt. To me.
And okay, but remember this, and I'm not comparing them.
Right.
When KD came to the league, people was making fun of him. He couldn't bench like 100 and some pounds.
You is right. You are right, bro. So like you said, you too early to tell. And I'm not like I'm the smartest person in the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person. Shoot, change my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always open minded. You know what I'm saying? I'm very upset that I didn't get to see Shaden Sharp play though. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see him so bad. I actually like Jaden Ivey too, but as far as my team, I kind of wasn't sold on Jovic, bro. Like,
So, like we all have similar reasons on everything, but I'm gonna tell you, like, I didn't think Paolo was gonna be number one on my mock draft. Jabari was going there. Paolo was going to the Houston Rockets. To me, Chet was going to the Thunder. I felt like, and besides the the weight factor, being strong, and then the skill factor, he you said it too, Dev. He fell in the right spot. I think that team is perfect for him. That team has everything. Yes, like every single was Shea Gilgeous your favorite player, Juice? Like you got Shea Giddy.
Swaggy P.
Bro, I'm telling you, like they have a nice young core. Like I'm a Trey Mann fan. Like I like his game too. That Thunder's team know what they're doing, and if they do exactly what they're doing with the youth that's already there, Chet's gonna be all right. I feel.
In the right situation, and the Thunder have a history of developing players.
Yes, they do.
I'll say this. I wasn't a believer into Chet until I realized that he was going to OKC, and I was like, wait a minute, that boy team is going somewhere.
That boy above you, he was with him, like he was with Chet ever since. Like when I was still in Japan, he was talking about him. I'm like, he was like, yep.
Like I despise Gonzaga, like I despise that franchise. I mean that college team, because I feel like they're a mid-major team getting a Power 5 fucking games and losing time to time. Like I've always had it, and I've never been confident in their draft picks that comes out of Gonzaga. But for some reason, Chet has changed my mind just being with that team. 4 right there, and I was like, yo, like this kid is gonna be.
You have a Gonzaga bias.
I have a Gonzaga bias.
I have a Duke bias, but we'll say that.
I have a Duke bias too.
I'm a UNC fan, so I understand that.
Okay. All right. So how you feel? How do you feel? They already talked about their draft pick. Dale, how you feel about yours, Dalen Terry?
Bro, I don't follow college basketball like that heavy. So I mean, he gonna be cool. Is he gonna like help our team? I doubt it. But I got a lot to say about my team. We gonna see. And it's summer league. I think I hate the most about summer league. You damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you go crazy, people gonna say, "Oh, this is summer league. You playing against people
Right.
who's not gonna even make it to the NBA." And then if you do bad, it's like, "Dang, you doing bad in summer league." So
yeah, it's double negatives.
We really don't know at the end of the day until these people actually play in their first game and see. And that's why I like Chet. I think he in the cushion situation. Like he don't have to. They're not looking for him to drop 20, 25.
They're gonna
He can
slowly
chill,
develop
make his
him. Yeah.
mistakes, and they got SGA and all them to do all that. So, but
But they
like I
still
said,
got
my Bulls,
they still got Baisley over there too, Darius Baisley. So like he doesn't actually have to start at the 4. Like he could start 4 now. For me, in the draft, I am satisfied with Patrick Baldwin Jr. PBJ coming to us. He's a stretch 4 or a stretch 3. He's a wing player that can shoot. Do we need him now? No. And I'll talk about my franchise after. But just to talk just clearly on the draft, PBJ, like I think he may make the roster. He'll probably be number 13, maybe be going back and forth with Santa Cruz. But I think he was a perfect fit with us. We need more stretch 4, stretch 3s. Losing Otto Porter, losing Belly to go back home, like losing JTA, losing Damian Lee. We lost a lot of shooters.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I did not know y'all lost Damian Lee.
Yeah, he went to Phoenix. He left to Phoenix for 1 year. So I'll talk about my team about this later because I've been waiting to talk about it. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about the offseason besides the draft. Other than that, if you have one, I know y'all settled on like this is a guessing game. Who do you guys think has that bust written all over him, like plain and simple? Because for me, I caught hell when I used to say John Morant was way better than Zion when they came out the draft, and they was like, oh no, this. Out.
bro, it's too early for that, but we're gonna get to that. It's way too early to be talking.
It is no, but it's too early to call him a bust. Yes. But come on now, like you think Zion's gonna catch up to be almost top 5, knocking on the door?
When he healthy, yeah, he's shooting over 60%. He's doing something only Chuck has done. He's getting 25. Like no one can stop him now. He has to stay healthy. But
Best ability, availability.
Ja got health problems too. So his same team won about 25, 30 games without him.
That's
so Ja made the playoffs too.
But
here's the thing about that though, Dev. Yes, they won those games, but I believe the Golden State series proves that they cannot win without him in this situation.
Isocentric type offenses are always gonna fuck up. And if you take away that offense, that isocentric person, i.e. when Harden gets out, the team automatically does well. If you take away anyone when Luka during the Maverick series with the Warriors, that team was doing well, like passing the ball, moving. Our defense had to work more rather than us just looking at Luka with the ball 100% of the time, So I get it. Ja is a great. I don't know why we got into that discussion. I know I brought it up. I know I brought it up.
But we go not just. I'm gonna ask you this. Look who in a better situation probably potentially now between Ja and Zion.
That's tough to see too because
Zion got Brandon Ingram and CJ over there.
Yeah, but
he can.
No,
Brandon Ingram a dog. He an all-star.
I get it. I get it, but that team is fully stacked though. Like I know what's his name, Slow-Mo left. I think Slow-Mo left. Anderson left somewhere. I forgot where he went. Oh. But that whole Memphis Grizzlies team is stacked. Like New Orleans, they're top heavy. I'll give you that, but not more balanced than that Memphis Grizzlies team. Not yet.
Back to that. I'm gonna tell you, I got a beef with Ja, but it's cool.
I got a beef with him too.
that Memphis team, their chemistry is crazy, bro. To be young like that, and then I watched Old Man in 3. Draymond Green had an interesting take. He was just like, bro, they so young, and the reason why they did good was because they was like kind of oblivious to like where they was at in that moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was saying like those big moments they was doing well because they didn't realize how big the moments was. And I really found that kind of interesting too, how Draymond Green had said that.
Now, as young and as deep as that team is, and I've always said this, it's all up to that front office to keep the right ones in that thing. Like you saw what OKC did with KD, Harden, Ibaka, and Westbrook. They chose the wrong person to keep. They chose Westbrook and Ibaka over Harden. Now, I don't know if it's going to be different. I don't know. But what I'm saying is I felt like Westbrook could have left and you would have brought Harden. I think that would have been a way better team. And I think KD wouldn't have came to us had Westbrook already left. That was my thing.
But Memphis, they not going nowhere ever.
Oh no, they're not.
They're Tom Morant, their best player. And it's a theory. We can get to it later, but I'll tell you why.
No. We're going to this now because I had an argument with this too. Someone was telling me, like, because for me, we're going straight into it. Like, we're gonna talk about our team.
I'll talk. It's about like.
Go ahead.
Ja Morant, a great player. He is all-star, superstar, whatever you want to call it. But I got a theory. It's a rule. If
I already know it.
If your best player a little person, 99.9% of the time, you ain't got a chance to win a title. And that's facts. Look through the history in the NBA. Steph Curry's done it, but he's the greatest shooter of all time.
Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, but
if you want to say Chauncey Billups, now I mean you say Magic Johnson, he's 6'9". I'm talking about at least you have to be at least 6'6". Anybody under 6'6" it's almost impossible to win, and as you're that best player, and you're gonna win the title. And the history of the NBA shows that. So Ja Morant 6'3", he too little.
You think? I was about to say
6'4", okay. He still has Shaq. When people like to disrespect Shaq that year, Shaq was still really good. Like
your whole,
the best player on the team though.
Your whole argument is the smallest person is the best player.
Okay,
yes.
Dwayne Wade, Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas. That's it.
Name anyone after that.
Hold on now.
You can't. You really can't. And then you name little guys that won it without a top 75.
Steph Curry, only person. Steph Curry, only player. Only little without Steph Curry won a title without a top 75 player. It's only like a couple of people.
Steph Curry has
LeBron James, Steph Curry,
Kobe Bryant,
one player, and Kobe.
Wait, they've won rings without top 75 players?
Yes.
On their team.
Kobe won it with Gasol, never made it, and that was the second best player on that team.
Steph Curry, first
Steph Curry,
title, and LeBron title in Cleveland.
Got you. I'll give you that.
So we gonna act like Klay Thompson should never made top 75?
No, because it's a line. It's a few people ahead of him. Come on.
Yes, Dwight Howard is over Klay Thompson making it.
Dwight Howard and T-Mac got something to say.
Come on, bro.
Dwight Howard
Howard and T-Mac got something to say.
Dwight Howard?
Yes. What?
I don't care if you.
All right, let me plead this case. No, it's not that. Let me plead that case. All right, Dwight Howard, right? Yeah, exactly. Dwight Howard took his team as the best player to the finals. Lost to Kobe, yes. He took that team 8 straight All-Stars that year. I mean those years. And come on, he beat LeBron James when he was 63 in whatever the other math part is to figure it out. 63 and 29 or something like that. Or 19, something like that. So
what do you do after that?
Defensive Player of the Year. Like, what did Klay do single-handedly?
Defensive Player of the Year.
No, I'm talking about where did his teams go after that? Besides the Lakers.
He got traded to the Lakers and nowhere.
He's the best player. Listen,
he wasn't a bum, but he was towing that line, bro.
No,
Can I ask you this? Do you think Klay Thompson could be a number 1 option on the team?
No.
Okay, that's done.
Because Dwight Howard already has proved he could take his team as the number 1 option.
The individual player is Klay Thompson.
He only did
and that's not a knock to Klay, because Klay is the best.
He's great.
Klay is the best.
But like Devin said, there's a lot of people in line that's in front of Klay. Like he said, T-Mac, Dwight Howard.
You can't deny it, bro. Like he got Defensive Player of the Year multiple times.
What else does Klay have to do to get that respect though? Because Bro,
It's
come
not
on,
the it's not the disrespect. It's
Clay
just
gets his respect, but it's
So-
is Clay. Okay, I'm asking you this: is Clay a top 10 player in the NBA now? Is Clay a top 10 player? Is Clay a top 10 player right now?
No.
Is he top 15?
Dwight Howard can say he was top 10 at one point in his time.
Dwight would probably say he top 5 at one point.
Oh, you talking about, but was Clay ever top?
Yeah, was Clay ever a top 10 player in the NBA? No.
He's been a top 15.
15 is probably the closest.
The closest
At-
he's ever been.
He's been a top
At best.
15.
I'll give him that.
Come on,
Like,
bro.
It's no dis- it's mother bro. Hold on. The NBA has literally 5,000 people total. Kyrie Irving said this in his Street Ball and One documentary I just seen. Just 5,000. You mad that he's probably number 76? Hey, look, he might make the top 100 on the 100th year. We might not be alive, but you know what I'm saying? He'll probably make that one.
What y'all be put? But come on, Jay West better than him, dude. Like, come on, bro.
Listen, bro, as an individual player,
Get real.
Just-
Like, old guys out of there, bro. Like,
I can't do that, bro. I have to give respect.
Can't do
But-
that because it's
But the concept, the
You
concept,
can't, you can't compare it to that. You can't
Eddie.
compare it to that.
Eddie, the concept,
Yo,
the
bro,
concept.
Back then, bro. You
Listen,
you can't
do
right,
that.
you can't do that, though.
I mean,
You-
yeah, it's impossible. But if it was possible, bro, come on, bro.
Eddie,
We
Eddie,
living
Eddie.
in reality now.
Eddie, if that's the case, then we all Hall of Famers in the 50s.
exactly.
But it's not, but what I'm saying is,
Bro,
go ahead.
it's evolution, right?
Yeah,
if I look at Scottie Pippen in his prime, bro, he was 6'6", 6'7", 190 pounds. I weigh 220 pounds. So I could be looking at it like, dang, Scottie Pippen was only 190 back in the day. They little, we're bigger now. So just, yeah, of course we'd be better back then, but you have to respect the era and what they did at that time.
And plus,
Exactly.
it's the 75th anniversary. You can't have an anniversary without them motherfuckers back then.
Can I ask you this then?
Not all the-
Put it this way: if Jerry West, the same person, was born now, he would be just as good.
He's a
Like,
generation type player.
That's not fair.
Nutrition, technology.
Yeah, that's not
shit,
fair.
All this stuff, bro.
but if he went through the same, like if he was born in '94, right? Like let's say you're born in '94, Jerry West would be a dog now.
With
But
his same, yes.
We don't know.
Different though, but and you're taught different, right? You're taught different. If LeBron James was born today,
But
I
he
mean,
would have been like us.
no,
though.
listen, this is what I'm saying. The LeBron James we know today, if he was born today and he was born in 2022, and let's say in 2042, he joined the NBA, he wouldn't be the same player because he'd be shooting. He'd be a better shooter.
Yes.
If you look at LeBron James' son, he has a really good jump shot because that's what they do now. LeBron
Dude.
James is a different player because he didn't have to do that back then. So
Like,
the game is different now also.
Bro,
like,
can I
this is
can I
what
just
I'm
say,
saying.
go ahead.
You're taking Jerry West is a generational type player. There will never be another Jerry West. So with that being said, you can strongly say that if he was placed in this era, he would be tremendously better because of what we have. That's also like, for instance, Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller was always limited to the shots that he was able to take from the 3-point line. But if he was, and he said it, if he was able to shoot the way that he wanted to shoot in this game, he'd probably average 30 just by shooting alone.
Bro,
That's what we're saying.
speaking of the 3-point line, Jerry West didn't even play with one and he was averaging 27. He didn't even have a 3-point line at that time. And he's the logo. Don't disrespect Jerry West. Klay
Yeah,
Thompson,
that's the logo.
Klay Thompson ain't never gonna be. But he Ling Ning, okay?
Come on, bro. Klay Thompson, bro. He's just not that as the best player, an individual player.
My friend got mad at me when I said this. I said Klay Thompson is just one of the best role players to ever live.
I would not,
is.
not a role player.
But listen, there's nothing
Yeah,
wrong
he's a
with
role
being.
player.
There is nothing wrong with being the Robin of your team, bro. Now, let's see. I don't know if he was the Robin because he didn't start most of the time, but he was a real good asset.
Like,
He was a good Butler, Alfred.
Batman had multiple Robins. That's all I'm saying. Batman had multiple Robins.
No, but look, where were we going with this before we start talking
I
about
don't
that?
know. We
Top 75.
Stick to the script. We gotta stick to the script.
No, I like it. All right, so we're talking about our teams. You were talking about John Morant. That's what it was started with.
Yeah.
Small
Because
people.
Mhm.
Now it's this is the like that's why it's the end all be all for me is Steph Curry is only one of you can only count on one hand of how many people under 6'4", 6'5". All right, you can say bring Wade in if you want, and I'll agree. Right, put Wade in there like Devin said. But after him, after Steph, after Isaiah Thomas,
How tall was Jerry West?
he was 6'5" probably. Let me see. I'm on his shit right now.
did he not win a title?
How
Oh,
tall-
Jerry West is 6'3",
Jerry West. How old is the Big O? How tall was the Big O?
6'5".
I thought he, yeah. I thought he-
Big O. They ain't play with Oscar Robertson though.
No, Jerry West played with the Lakers.
No, big. Oscar Robertson played with Kareem. I mean,
Yeah, but he was the best player.
when
What?
Kareem was on the team.
To me, he was the best player.
Hell, go, bro. Like,
He was the best player. I'm sorry.
Hey,
He was.
do you watch interviews? Kareem over here said someone said who's the greatest player of all time? He goes, I have the most points and I only have one 3-point shot.
Bruh.
Bro, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the best player on that team. No knock to Big O, but you're not gonna sit here and tell me. Especially, I believe Kareem won those Finals MVP and MVPs during those seasons.
Bro. Yeah, we can't do that. We can't do that, bro.
Big O is not even a top 10 player all time. Kareem could say he is. And majority of it.
Kareem got robbed of a Finals MVP, so they can
What?
gas up Magic Johnson. I just want to let y'all know that.
Which one?
Let's not.
Magic Johnson's rookie season,
1990?
got hurt.
Was it
He
90?
got robbed.
Let's not talk about Finals MVP.
Okay,
I hate those awards.
Just
That's stupid.
off what you said real quick. So just to be the best, considered best player, it's only about points.
Nope.
No.
Hey, double advocate.
Points with regard what?
No, that's not where he was going at.
Oh,
No.
He was going at with that.
But what I'm saying is Big O averaged a triple double. So are you know what I'm saying? Like, but he's still to me.
I think the triple double can be the most.
It could.
The 10-10-10 factor is what makes the triple double so great. It's a lot of stats you can have that's way better than a triple double. And it depends on how you get your triple double, how efficient you are.
But if you
Bro,
get
Yeah,
20,
bro. It's really like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the triple double harder. Well, maybe it's just because I'm small. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it goes right back to topic.
Yeah, bro.
It's hard to get.
It's hard. It's definitely hard to get, but I just think Russell Westbrook made it overrated.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, facts. But I mean, they was kind of helping him get that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was low key begging for it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, Big O was 6'5". But look what you're doing though, White, is you're asking about people in the 60s. So like
you have to go back.
You gotta go
one or two people.
Look, like so it's.
I just want to make sure D Wade was recognized for his greatness. That's all.
But look, D Wade still had a top 75 player with him.
That was the argument. Then what Shaq was the top? Yeah. So I ain't know why you brought Dwayne Wade up. Yeah.
Oh, I thought the argument.
You're
A little person. Oh, but yeah. Also the little person. Yeah, the little person.
I was only on that.
Yeah. No. So we'll recognize because he's only 6'4". So like I said, there's three, and now you're talking about days of like, bro, there was only 6 teams back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to talk. I'm talking about modern era, 80s up now. Like when you had multiple.
Or when the NBA joined the NBA.
Yes, which was in the 80s merger, the 1970s merger, but like in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and the 10s, like it's really rare. Like he said, you either got to, and now it's even more rare because in the 90s and in the early 2000s, you got away with the best big man, but now you really just need a wing player that's great. But Dev said this a long time ago, and I used to be not an anti, but I wanted to like prove him wrong, and I never could. you can't win an NBA title without a top 5 player in this league. This year, Steph was top 5.
Oh, and
No.
Huh?
So top 5
In
within
the
that
history of the
year.
NBA.
Yo, so in the
History
history.
of the NBA.
No. Time out. Let me say something. Look, so I'm talking about within the year, the top 5 player within the year. So Steph was top 5 this year. He won the title. Last year, Giannis. Was it Giannis last year? Yeah, top 5 player, right? The next year was
And just to clarify, like if we're debating, oh, this dude was like a top 6, 7 player, okay. But for the most part, the history of the NBA, bro, every title, except for maybe the Detroit Pistons, 2003, 2004, or whatever, you had to have a top 5 player in your team or someone that's in that 5 to 7 range. You're not winning. Oh, we're just a great team. That don't work in the NBA.
nope.
I got to stop doing.
believe that.
Like,
I believe
you be
that.
mostly right, but I be trying to pick out these.
No, that's how I was. That's how I was. But Devin kept winning every year, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my pride, bro. So you right, but man, you can't just say. At least say like besides the Detroit Pistons or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But I mean, you can say probably the '08 Celtics. I don't think none of them were top 5 at the time. But but
think
He was still a
but
dog.
the
even if
point,
he wasn't, like,
yeah, the point is it's still like with like on one hand you can count the teams that they didn't have a top 5, top 7. And I brought that up. A lot of people was like, man, you gotta look at Memphis Warriors. Listen, I'm gonna tell you because we're going straight into your teams right now, right? My Warriors, right? I want to talk about. I was so passionate talking about this the other day. My Golden State Warriors, and that's my bold prediction. We're going for a repeat right now. Bar anything that happens, right? Kyrie goes. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
so we brought our starting 5. We still got Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Draymond, and Looney. Our young core, and we picked up a defensive like champion in Dante DiVincenzo, who came for the Bucks. Well, he was with the Kings, but he won the ring with the Bucks. Him and Poole in our backcourt. We got Moses Moody. He got some finals reps, so he got experience now. And then and my personal favorite, who's gonna take Draymond's spot pretty soon, Jonathan Kuminga. I think not next year, maybe next year. He might do him. Draymond knows this too. Draymond might start transitioning into what Iguodala did this year, move over to the bench and become that player coach. Because if we're gonna talk about this, his intangibles and IQ is something different, and players will tell you about that. Besides his podcast, how they hate that shit because he be talking shit. We got that going. We got Wiseman that's coming back. All we need is a couple of veterans like Otto Porter and Belly came over. We just need that type of stuff, and we're going on another run. And you're talking about Klay Thompson another year recovering because he wasn't 100% this year. So we're getting Klay maybe 100% by the end of the year, next April. I like where we're at now. The only reason why is because we're not like the Lakers. We're not taking our young farmed people and trading it for a superstar. Like the little rumors of him of KD. No, but the Lakers, you can't hate it. The Lakers, that's the way they win championships. The way we started winning championships is how we're doing it now. We draft well, we groom them, and we make them into some stars. And we get a bunch of nobodies. Look, Gary Payton, no offense, he was bouncing around the league. He was with the Lakers before he came over, and now he's getting $28 million for 3 years with Portland. There's a lot of G leaguers that come to the Warriors, i.e. Quinn Cook, JTA, GP.
Yeah.
Like these players are no names coming in, and then they get paid somewhere else, and then
it's the Steph Curry effect, bro.
And that's the point.
I wouldn't even. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't. It's like you have to give Golden State, that organization, their flowers.
Oh,
They know how to completely. They understand the same thing like how Miami can do it. I think they just do it a little better, and they have Curry and Thompson and Draymond, which is why. And they never let them go.
That was the part that I was trying to go with the front office. Did y'all watch? I don't know if y'all watched the parade. I was because I was on leave. I didn't have work or nothing. But when they introduced the whole front office, like I'm talking about people that were scouts, people that were G League coaches. When you looked at it, Leandro Barbosa, Zaza
there.
Pachulia,
there.
Sean Livingston.
It's there.
I'm missing another person, but they were all championship caliber players, and they're part of the Warriors franchise, like in the front office. So like the way the culture is, they're loyal to their players, and they like once they Iguodala should he needs to be a coach now. Mike Brown's with the Kings, he needs to take that spot. So like,
Yeah. The reason I just call it Steph Curry effect is all that's true, but he's really the heart and makes it. He actually plays in the court. So the front office, yeah, that's cool. I get what they're doing. They have to draft the players, they have to pick the right players, but the players are the ones who actually putting that ball in the hoop. And Steph Curry is the nicest superstar. No real big old ego. He's chill. He's easy. He has an ego as far as on the court, but he's not. The way Klay Thompson is the second best player talks about Steph Curry, there is no ego between them two.
right?
Klay Thompson like, yo, bro, everybody at the end of the day, they just want to win. Draymond, you can talk about him all day. He's not really that good of a skillful player, but he just want to win.
Right.
But you see how KD and Brooklyn, a player can mess up a whole organization. If Steph Curry wasn't the type of player he was, none of it would work. Him inviting KD into his own house.
It was
all
fun.
that stuff like that.
I like that point because Steve Kerr mentioned it. He's like he's Tim Duncan basically with his ego. He's the quiet professional, best player, and you know that. And then someone else mentioned this. I'm not comparing, but Tom Brady was the same exact way. Tom Brady is not the strongest arm, the most accurate. He's just smart, but he never got the most paid out of the team. Steph Curry didn't get paid until now. He took pay cuts because he was smart, knowing that my team needs this. I have endorsements that can carry me over. You know what I'm saying? So let's get the NBA. Let's get the budget for getting us better players. That's the type of player that Steph is.
You know what I think that is, though? That's just simply just putting that ego to the side. That's all you gotta say that at the end of the day, because if my homeboy was talking about that, it's like, do they really, at the end of the day, you really don't kind of need that to be getting paid that much money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, all that money is just a segment of saying how good you is. Like, when you getting that much money, it's just like, this is how valuable you are to us. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, by like what you said, when Steph Curry be like, this would be better utilized towards the team. He's putting his ego to the side. You know what I'm saying? And that's all you can say about that. Most of these players nowadays, they got too much ego. You know what I'm saying?
But to be fair, it's easy for if I got money, it's easy for me to be like, yo, money ain't important. It's easy for Steph Curry a little bit to put that to the side because he got all his endorsement deals. So I'm not gonna also fault another player who might not be Steph Curry, who's like, yo, I'm trying to get paid. He ain't got the luxuries of Steph Curry.
I don't fault it, but you see what happened. You see
the repercussion.
I used to get mad at players for following the money, but it's like, bro, like what Dame did. He signed an extension for 2 years for $61 million a year.
Dollar.
I can't get mad at him for passing up, even though never gonna win nothing.
Yeah, but he can't. But don't get mad at them when they can't get nobody. Don't get you know what I'm saying?
They weren't getting nobody regardless because he in Portland. Steph Curry lucky he in a good location.
Location matters.
To be honest with you,
Miami, Chicago.
Look, no. Let's be real. That's another thing we're talking about. Was Golden State not a small market team before Steph Curry got there?
So yes, it was always a small. No,
Yeah.
Yes. You're just you're adding to the greatness of Steph right now. But what I'm saying is, we were always a small market. However, look at this podcast we're doing. It's going where on YouTube? YouTube is where their headquarters in the Bay Area. Google, you live there.
It's
Google.
Cali. It's California, bro.
Silicon Valley.
It's Cali.
It's social media.
If it's San Francisco, if it's LA, or if it's San Diego, bro, it's still Cali.
But look, you can say the same thing. There's nothing. You can say the same thing about Orlando. Orlando is a small market team, and it's in the middle of Florida, right next to Disney World, right next to. So.
Not a small market team though. Orlando.
market
It's
team.
just they just don't have their front office is just trash. But they don't have the
Small market.
small market teams are like your OKC, your OKC,
Your Sacks,
Memphis, your Sacramento's, your
Indiana.
your Minneapolis, your Indianas, your Bucks. Those are small market teams.
But
Portland,
Juice is not wrong though. Like Golden State is a
He's
small.
wrong.
It was a small market until they moved to San Francisco.
Not these are small market teams.
My thing is location. Superstars like location. The Warriors could be superstars don't sign. Superstar free agents don't sign in the OKCs of the world. They don't sign in the Torontos. They don't sign in the Memphises. They leave those places. They only go to California, New York.
This is go
to Chicago, and Florida. In Texas, people want to be in hot states. If the Golden State Warriors is in Toronto, KD not going there.
Hey,
I'm telling you, he's not going there.
hey, this is a perfect example because I tell like people that like sports that are in the army. Listen, bro. You want to go to Fort Campbell or Hawaii? Which one you want to go for reenlistment? Like, let's be real. You're not going to Fort Campbell over Hawaii. So location does matter sometimes.
Sometimes yes, but I don't think it's the end all be all though, because sometimes a player just likes to go there, and if they know that situation is good for them, they're gonna go there.
Can you name one? That's a superstar that went to one of these Bucktown teams in the middle of nowhere.
Like who the fuck went to Indiana? They were all drafted or traded to that place.
That said, I want to go there.
I want to say one thing. I believe Kawhi Leonard requested to get traded to Toronto because of what they had.
No, he's been trying to get to LA the whole time. They just traded.
He didn't request to go to Toronto. He didn't request to Toronto.
No. But like, I think he wanted.
No, he just wanted to get the fuck out of San Antonio.
Yeah, we all knew he wanted to go, but like because like that organization is so good, they're like, yo, like pick a destination first because we're not giving you straight to LA. Fuck you on that.
Okay.
But I give you a area because they're very good at giving players where they want to go for the time being. For instance, Murray in Atlanta. Great, and he been wanting to go to Atlanta, but who wants to go to Atlanta? Nobody really wants to go to Atlanta. But
you can't say that, bro.
I believe he picked Toronto because.
And I try to make this about race. Black people love Atlanta, bro. All the rappers live there.
Like, really? Come on, that's the organization. The organization is not that. Yeah, they have Trey Youngs. They every once in a while they have some things, but like the organization is not going anywhere.
But you know what Kawhi did? Kawhi did what they do in the Army. Hey, bro, you go to Korea for a year and we let you pick in that That's what he did. That's all.
Exactly.
That is literally to a T. Like, yeah, fuck it. I can. Oh wait. So you're telling me you're telling me freaking Fort Irwin's not available? All right, bet. Let me go to Korea real quick and then send me to Fort Irwin. That's really what it is, bro.
Have you ever seen a player win a title, and leave the team the year he won a title? That's wild.
Bro went to Korea, got the Medal of Honor, and left.
And he went to the dumpster team in LA at that. Because you know what? Location.
That's all he cares about.
But but I wouldn't say location. He's from LA.
That's why. The Clippers sucked, though. Before he got there, they were nothing ever in life.
They still are. And
they were trash. Paul George made up a story about him being a Clippers fan as a kid. Like, all these players are Lakers fans, bro.
Yeah,
all Lakers fans. So they didn't want to go to the Clippers.
I've always been a Clippers fan.
But
Bullshit!
There, so it's like the LA wasn't available, so they settled on the Clippers.
Quincy McCall, the only Clipper fan I know.
But speaking of them, you might want to watch out for them moves. They might be able to mess with y'all this year.
So I made the bold prediction about the West. I'm not scared of any team in the West for my team. And then you brought up the Clippers. I want y'all to tell me and try to convince me what team in the West gonna stop us from repeating, going to the finals at least. Because I'll tell you like this: all my teams that not fear, but like know that we're gonna have trouble. They reside in this Eastern time.
In the East. Yes,
So
they all are.
there's 3
I'm gonna tell
teams.
you. I'm gonna tell you. I got 2 teams in the West.
So all right, so there's 3 teams in the East, and like I said, I'm not scared of nobody in the West. Phoenix over here in turmoil right now. Aiton's over here like
3
this.
teams in the East.
3 teams: Milwaukee, Miami,
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah. Boston.
Nope.
Those are the 3 teams.
And can I say one thing?
Maybe
it's just
Philly.
funny. Remember when the East used to be ass, bro? Remember the East
I
used to
hate
be
that
ass?
scene.
You could never say that.
I hate that scene.
You know,
I hate this scene.
that's not a stigma. That was the truth.
People still think there are people. People still think the West is still better than the East, and that's debatable.
It's
Yeah, but no, like
it's debatable,
it's a
but
little
I
like-
think
it's a
I think-
little,
no, no,
before
no, I agree. That's where I was going with this. It's like
I love
the
this. I love
the
this
East
shit.
West used to be like it used to be imbalanced, but right now it's kind of like teeter totter right now. But like I said, there's only 3 teams that I think can beat us, and the only team that I for sure would not put my money against is Milwaukee. Miami, we have a good fight. Celtics, we got a good fight. However, those are not like what Boston just picked up Brogdon. That's the 6th man of the year already, hands down. Like Miami, y'all lost.
Freezing.
Y'all lost. You said what?
You-
Did y'all hear me?
Mike, you was freezing.
Wait, who do you say? Yeah.
So I said. So my bad. So Brogdon, right? Brogdon went to the Celtics, 6 man automatically.
Yeah.
Even though I think he should start over Smart,
Yeah,
and
he's starting.
and I think Miami losing my boy PJ Tucker. That's crazy. How y'all let him go? Why y'all
James
let
Harden. James Harden.
went to Philly like always? I'm not scared of Philly though. I'm sorry.
Not for Philly either. I'm gonna say this.
So what West team? What West team? I don't want to talk about the East. What West teams should I be looking at?
No, but before we go to the West, y'all think Brogdon gonna start with Celtics?
No,
Yes.
no, he's not starting.
So I'm gonna ask you this: you gonna tell the defensive player of the year, the player that led y'all to the finals, hey, you need to come off the bench?
Yes.
And he been there.
No, but they already said that Brogdon's coming off the bench. They already said that. They already reported that it's a done deal. He's about to be the
He
6th
gonna
man.
get paid enough to start. He can't. Marcus Smart got to start. Marcus Smart get paid way more than him.
Even though Brogdon's a much better point guard by the role.
It's not.
And this is why I'm saying.
It's
This
not
is why.
about-
This is why, and this goes back to their to the Eastern Conference Final all the way up to the finals. Did Marcus Smart play well? Yes. Was he efficient at some games? Yes. But you cannot literally when the ball is in his hand, he cannot keep it like that, which is why they suffered, because Jason Tatum, every time Marcus Smart or Jaylen Brown had the ball, it should have been Jason Tatum at multiple times. You cannot be that with Marcus Smart. With Malcolm Brogdon, right? You have a point guard that's going to, I believe he is going to start. They're going to realize he is going to start, right? Even if he is the defensive player of the year, that's last year. This year, Malcolm Brogdon is going to show that, like, yo, I messed up by chasing, and I should have stayed in Milwaukee, and this is the reason why. Because not only can I defend better than Marcus Smart, and I'm pretty sure he might prove that, but I'm a better point guard at facilitating and controlling the pace.
That was
and
no
understanding
question,
when
though.
people need to get the ball.
Being a better point guard was never the question.
But
I
that's
wasn't-
not the Celtics' problem.
I wa-
Also, I mean,
I wasn't finished.
oh,
I was finished. Understanding, oh God, hey, these guys aren't actually getting it. Okay, let me show my offensive ability on a consistent level and give you 30 right quick, because these guys don't want to do it right now. And
Wait,
then
Wait. Let me stop you real
you
quick.
said Brogdon give you
Brogdon,
30?
no. Fuck that. Brogdon playing defense?
Brogdon will play defense. Yes.
I digress.
Yeah.
He not a defender. But this is what I'm saying, right? The Celtics, Jason Tatum can't handle the ball either, or Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown got worse hands than Westbrook. And when Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown gets the ball, 99% of the time they're gonna shoot anyway. That's they play your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. Jason Tatum takes terrible shots. So, but if you think Brogdon might be able to start, but that's gonna take away their defense.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I
Who
really
else?
think he's gonna show that, like, yo, like, I messed up, and I'm going to show you why I am better. I'm better.
How did
Because
he
should've never
how did
left
he messed up?
Milwaukee.
Why not? He got paid.
They're
Yeah.
not Michael. Well, anyway, the Celtics aren't Brogdon away from winning the title. Brogdon is not the
Oh, they're
key.
Jason Tatum away from winning a title.
Jay. Well, that's
You know
another
what I
story.
mean? They're Jason Tatum away from winning a final.
Yeah, he didn't show up, but
He
you
ain't top 5.
got a lot of faith in Brogdon. Just
He
how
was
much
like,
office in Miami? Because
Y'all gassed him. Y'all gassed Jason Tatum so bad.
I didn't get
Hey,
it.
chill,
I knew
chill.
exactly
So Devin's
he-
he's pointing that at me right now. That's what he's saying.
Oh.
I'm
No,
a Jason Tatum fanboy. That's why. That's what it is. Damn, everyone froze on me. What? All y'all froze.
You
No,
froze.
you froze.
we talking to each other.
Yeah, it's that bad New York
So hold on.
Wi-Fi.
Everybody, Jason. I mean, I get it, but then LeBron didn't show up one finals. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And paid for
young,
that.
bro is young, bro. He gonna learn from this. He gonna get better, dog. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna he's gonna learn from better. Like,
I'm a Jason
How many
Tatum
years Jason
fan.
Tatum been in the NBA?
huh?
How many years Tatum been in the NBA?
I want to say 5.
Oh.
I want to say 5. Let me see the actual.
You right. He's been in.
This will be his 6th year.
Yeah, so he pretty much the player he gonna be.
Hey, walk. He's from Duke.
But you still haven't been to the finals yet, bro. That's a hell of a moment to be in, bro. That's a hell of a moment to be in, bro. Don't like you can't just take that for granted and like
You can't, because he might not ever be there again.
facts. But I think they can go. I think they got a chance to go back if they. You don't think they go?
They weren't supposed to go this year had Middleton
weren't
not been healthy.
It was
Bruh.
only one team East that I was really looking at like they got everything, and that's the Bucks. That's
Bucks.
Well, I think Miami could have beat them. It would
No.
I'm gonna tell you Miami problem. I'll go back to what I said. I love Miami. I wanted them to make to the finals, but Jimmy Butler, your best player. I know a lot about Jimmy Butler from my Bulls.
I know.
Jimmy Butler, y'all best player. Jimmy
And
Butler
he's
is
not top 5.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to this conversation too. When we talk about players that are more will than skill, Jimmy Butler is way more will than skill.
Bruh.
He's
So
not
no. Hey, I want to go into that topic.
All right.
So I'm gonna go into this topic. So this is the reason why Eddie and White joined me on this is because on Facebook we talked about the differences and how you segregate superstars from all-stars and how do you value a player with what they have. So my prime example, people hate Draymond, even Warrior fans, and they don't understand that his skills may not be up to what y'all think, but his IQ, his intangibles, his leadership, his mentorship, his defense, everything else makes him valuable. So it doesn't make him a superstar, it makes him an all-star. Now, you have players like James Harden and KD, to me, are way skilled, but their leadership and mentorship, they just want to hoop. They're not that type of leader, bro. Like they're to me, they're like they're I don't know how to say it, but
I know. I got what you're saying. I know.
But-
what you're trying to say.
the same thing what he said about Butler to me is the same thing. He has okay talent, but majority of him is leadership and will and all that intangibles. Now, to be a superstar, you have to have both. You have to have mentorship, leadership, and skill. And LeBron James, that's one. Then you Giannis. Then you go Steph. Those guys have every type of will and skill to make them a superstar. I don't know if y'all agree or disagree, but name me a player, and I'll probably will tell you like, yeah, he's more will than skill, or yeah, he has both. That's why he's a superstar. You know what I'm saying?
Lou Will.
Who?
What?
Stop. This is an inside joke. This man is a Lou Will fan. Let's not.
Lil Will got skill.
Alright.
But when we okay,
Go
you wanna go?
Are we talking about? But you want me to just name like just flat out stars, bro? Like,
No. I said that just to say that, but I want y'all to elaborate on what I was just bringing up because Devin just said it, and I want to go around the horn about it.
Go ahead.
I believe this, right? I believe, and this is me being completely unbiased because I've been watching this man even in his Chicago days that he had to making. I believe that Jimmy Butler is a superstar. The reason why Jimmy Butler, this is why. Like you guys get the so much with the LeBron and how Curry and all them is, but you guys forget about some things, right? Jimmy Butler is a superstar for this reason because he will literally put the team on his back and will try to will them to a win. Will them to a win with the skill set that he has. Just because you don't have a magnificent skill set does not negate the fact that you can't be a superstar. You're a superstar.
White.
Nick, what's up?
All right, so before you keep going, is Jimmy Butler top 10?
Yes.
Name your top 10 then, because I need to know.
And from this year?
Right now, top, yeah.
The top 10 from this year.
Because even in my top 10, you're not getting 10 superstars. In my top 10. Being a superstar is very rare in my eyes. So I need to hear your top 10.
It depends on what you consider a superstar, though. Because
I already explained it.
That's what, yeah, but like that's what you were. That's what I was thinking. Like you keep thinking about how LeBron and it. No denying that they're superstars, right? There's no denying why, because they've shown that they can put a team on their back and they can win, and will their team to win too with the skills that they have. That's why I'm saying Jimmy Butler is, because Jimmy Butler has proven time and time, even though he hasn't won one yet. But like we've had superstars that never won.
Dame Lillard is my favorite player, and he's not a superstar. And he willed his team to the Western Conference Finals. That doesn't for me that just doesn't cut it.
But has he showed up in every game that he's played?
Yes,
even when
very clutch.
I remember.
But he's not a superstar to me. Like Dame Lillard is not a superstar to me, and he is my all-time favorite player right now.
And so many people will tell you that you're bugging, bro, because he is a lot of people tell you that he is a superstar.
Okay, in superstar in terms of like market, like Dame Lillard, recognizability, all that stuff. Yeah, I think what Oos is saying more so superstar as, yo, can I win a title with you? Hey, you the man. Can I win a title with you as the main guy? And if I have to keep thinking about that question, debate about it, probably not. And now, granted, injuries can happen. Things can happen in that nature, and I might have to be like, okay, I gotta put that person in there.
Shit.
But for the most part, Jimmy
happened.
Currently, I can easily name 15 players better than him as an individual player right now in the NBA.
He's not top 15. Jimmy's not top 15 though.
And if he is, he might be 15 or 14.
All right, give me 14.
Yo, come on. That's
all right. Listen. Let me go. LeBron James, you agree? Let me know when you disagree. LeBron James,
all right.
Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Giannis, James Harden.
No.
That's 5.
I don't know.
Okay. Chris Paul.
Yes, Chris Paul.
Okay, that's 5. Luka, that's 6. Jokic, that's 7. Damian Lillard, that's 8.
Embiid,
that's 9. Can I include Kawhi Leonard? If not, then
No.
whatever.
He didn't even play.
Okay. Devin Booker.
No. Hell, no.
As an individual player.
Devin Booker been to a finals. He been to a finals.
Wow, what's Devin Booker and Jimmy Butler?
Yeah, too. And Jimmy worked out in the finals, bro.
Jimmy worked out.
They both went to 6 games.
But Jimmy
Hey,
Butler don't.
Anthony Davis.
Bro, working like a mechanic.
Anthony Davis.
No,
Yes.
no.
Anthony Davis.
Don't go off the narrative. Don't go off the narrative. Don't go off the narrative that the NBA is because yes, he's been playing like trash last year and he was hurt.
No, Anthony Davis is. Yeah, Anthony Davis is.
I know he played like
Oh,
trash.
Hell no.
And Davis also got a ring off of Jimmy Butler. So let's like
AD is.
AD is definitely better than Jimmy Butler. Like, come on.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah, okay.
The same.
So that's 11. You want to add in Donovan Mitchell?
No,
Really?
And Donovan Mitchell, who might go to the Heat, he gonna be our best player.
no, he's not.
Oh, he's better than
Jimmy Butler
Is Paul George? Is Paul George?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
debatable.
Paul George.
That's I will say that's debatable.
I'm at 12. Is Jason Tatum?
What about
He just beat him. Cat?
Didn't show up in the finals though.
Is Cat better than Jimmy Butler right now?
No.
What about Ja? What about Ja?
No. What are you?
Not up here. No.
I'm not. I'm just asking.
Okay, that's 12. Ja Morant.
Okay, it's John.
Huh? Yeah. Nah, bro. He gotta do a little more. He gotta show me.
You gotta do a little.
He gotta show you more.
You gotta.
The man was in the MVP conversation. Jimmy Butler has never been in that.
What's
He
up?
was in the conversation. John Morant.
Yes, John Morant.
Yes.
There's a reason why John Morant's debate on most improved was stupid because he was an
He was
MVP
an
candidate.
Yes.
Because why are you an MVP candidate and you're the most improved? You shouldn't have taken that award. That's why I hate these stupid awards. It's like you're considered one of the best players, yet you're improved player. Like it doesn't make sense. That they stole that from Bane or Jordan Poole. I'm sorry, one of them two should have got it. But what I'm saying is
I'm gonna leave you guys with this. The All NBA teams first, second, and third came out.
Yo, didn't, bro.
Jimmy, and now you're gonna say he got snubbed, but he ain't on none of them lists. I didn't even mention my boy DeMar DeRozan this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
He made an All NBA team. DeMar DeRozan made second All NBA team. Jimmy Butler didn't make not one. So Trae Young, individual player, is better than Jimmy Butler. I might take Jimmy Butler over Trae, but Trae's more of a star than Jimmy Butler.
How can you say somebody is better but you don't take the other person over? I'm taking the better person.
Pascal Siakam had a better year, I could say, than Jimmy Butler.
A better. We talking about overall, bro. Not just 1 year, dog.
That was White's thing. He said 1 year.
Yeah, I said 1 year, and the reason why I'm still putting them because I also include the playoffs, not just the regular season, because you're including the playoffs.
So we just talking about.
And the playoffs, right? Jimmy Butler is, and everyone has said it. Jimmy Butler was like it was the third best player in the playoffs.
Playoffs, yes. If he doesn't make the playoffs, then what?
Huh?
He's saving it for the playoffs.
Not make the
That's all
playoffs.
that matters.
But what I'm but so I like this conversation because like I've been saying but what I'm saying is what Devin's been saying is you could win a finals with a top 5 to 7 player. Is Jimmy Butler one of those top 5 to 7 players?
Yes.
No, he's not.
I'm gonna stand on that.
You're biased.
Even though, that's like, bro, he's not that. He's not that.
He's not better than Jason Tatum.
Let me ask y'all this. He makes that. What happens? He makes that shot. What happens?
You can say so many of those though.
We did that. He makes that shot. You have a different. You have a complete.
But
then y'all lose to us too. So, but what I'm saying
y'all in 7.
My Jimmy Butler. When I say Jimmy Butler is more, he works. He's a hard-working player. When you watch him play, it's like when Jimmy Butler scores 40, you know he scored 40. No, you know he scored 40. You're watching it because it's nothing but twos. Getting to the rim, he does his thing. Nothing mid-range. I'm not knocking that.
And it's easy, efficient.
No, KD, I could be watching the game and be like, damn, KD got 40. I didn't know. Steph got 40. Damn, I didn't realize it. Jimmy Butler's not sneaking 40 on me. You see it coming because his buckets all hard to the basket. Hard buckets. That's what he does. He's not getting the easy buckets. He's not on that level. He's a hard-working player. He just doesn't have the skill set of a KD who doesn't have to work as hard. Now, if you go against Jimmy Butler and you slacking that day, he gonna get you for sure. He gonna get you. But he's not one of them, oh, I need to have that player on my team right now. I'm trading the boat for him. Team's not doing that. They're not. Think about Jimmy Butler. He was on Chicago. They traded him for another All-Star, Zach LaVine.
You would still have. Butler over Zach LaVine.
You say what?
You would want Jimmy Butler over Zach LaVine.
Maybe, buddy. It's either one of them moving the needle for us. If I put Jimmy Butler, if I traded Jimmy Butler to the Chicago Bulls right now, put like Zach LaVine on the Miami Heat, the Miami Heat are still a better team than Chicago Bulls.
No.
Yes.
No, they're not.
Yes.
No, we're not.
They are.
Will still be better, but Chicago got better too, though.
And I make sure if Jimmy Butler goes to Chicago Bulls, is he the clear best player on that team?
DeMar DeRozan probably would still be.
So exactly. So Jimmy Butler wouldn't even be the best player if he went to my team, and my team ain't going nowhere.
I would say he would be. I would say. Look, and here's the reason why. He's not
making us better. That's why we traded him.
Can I say this?
You traded him because your front office. He didn't like your front office anymore.
Can I say this? Jimmy went to Minnesota. They was ass. They went to the playoffs. He left. They was ass again. He
went to Philly.
He made it. They went to the playoffs. He left. They wasn't as good again. Miami.
They were decent. They were decent.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something.
After if they had Jimmy, they would have won.
I'm gonna tell you something. They would have won more games. I'm gonna tell you something. When I picked. Listen.
They would have beat.
I picked the Heat to win against the Celtics. But at the end of the day, the main reason I didn't pick the Heat to beat the Celtics because of Jimmy Butler. I picked the Heat to beat the Celtics because of the culture that Miami has built. Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, their coach. If I'm picking the Warriors, I'm picking the Warriors because of Steph Curry. If I pick the Lakers, I'm picking the Lakers because they got LeBron James. I'm not picking the Heat because y'all got Jimmy Butler. I'm picking the Heat based on what y'all built as an organization for the most part. Jimmy Butler comes second.
You take Jimmy out of there. Are they doing? They still.
I guarantee with that culture, take Jimmy off that team, y'all still make the playoffs.
No, we don't.
Are we going as far though? I don't care.
No, you're not. You're not. But you can say that with any team and any of their best players in the NBA. The Warriors are not going as far without Steph Curry. The Mavs not going as far without Luka. You can say that about every single team.
Look, no. Hey, let me stop this.
Y'all not winning the title.
Let me stop this real quick because I still didn't hear this list. White said that Butler is a top 7 player. I need to know your top 7.
All right, here we go. Right, LeBron because he averaged a mean 30. Jokic, Curry, Ja.
You put Ja already? You didn't even say Giannis yet.
Yes, he got to remember. He when he said his name, I said some foolish, and I was like, remember, yeah, Ja. And why? Because he's from South Carolina, and I'm from South Carolina. So
that's not Dame Dollars from the Bay Area. I'm not putting him top 7. The fuck?
That's you, man. Ready? Let's go. Then you have who I said: Bron, Curry, Jokic,
and dumbass Ja.
Giannis, and I'm put Jimmy. Why? Because I'm being biased now.
Yeah, so no Kevin Durant, no Luka Doncic, no Joel Embiid, like what? That alone.
I'm being biased.
Yeah, I see. At least you admit it. You know Jimmy Butler ain't better than none of them. Jimmy Butler got like 2 good years left.
I would say Jimmy Butler is a top 10 player because I'm taking exactly from the start of the season all the way to when he got eliminated. Top 10.
But what has he accomplished? Let me ask you this. What has he accomplished more than Devin Booker has accomplished? Devin Booker was an MVP conversation this year. I want to let you know that. Devin Booker made the first All-NBA team this year. So what has Jimmy Butler done that Devin Booker hasn't?
All defensive teams.
Are we talking about Jimmy Butler like this because Jimmy don't shoot the threes?
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just we're talking about. So this is the thing about.
He
This-
the mid-range king, bro.
No, he's not.
DeRozan is the
DeMar
mid-range
DeRozan, the mid-range king, bro. Come on now.
Mid-range king.
Mid-range king. That's what I said. He the mid-range king. DeMar DeRozan is the mid-range king. But it's like you give DeMar DeRozan the respect, and he don't shoot that many threes. He don't shoot threes like he getting better with shooting.
It's
threes,
not the
but-
respect. It's not the
DeMar,
respect.
I'm not saying DeMar DeRozan, but I don't think DeMar DeRozan is a top 10 player. I don't think DeMar DeRozan is top 15. Maybe this year he was top 10, 15 player. But overall, I don't think the Bulls can win a title with DeMar DeRozan being their best player. So the same thing goes.
I think.
But all right, what is it? Just
I
because
think
it just
Miami can.
like. But what's wrong with just putting your head down? Like what's that?
It's
Brent-
It's
nothing-
not. It's really not
wrong.
that.
There's nothing wrong with it. Westbrook is the godfather of playing hard. There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing.
But look, hold on. Let me
Evan,
talk.
I-
Let me talk real quick, bro. Hold on now. We done heard you to your top 7. Let me talk real quick. What's wrong with? That's why we watch. That's what you want to see, bro. I don't want to see no real shit. I don't want to see no nigga that can just. Oh, I just want to hoop. Oh, like Kyrie. That's why Kyrie think he can do whatever the fuck he want to do. I mean, he can. He's his own man, and we said we gonna talk.
And he got a ring.
I don't want to see that. I want to see a nigga that like really want to and really give his heart, nigga. Like,
What's the goal?
But exactly what. But exactly the same point that we've been saying is like I was telling Devin, is like every time that we had our debates when we were in Japan, I would always fall to the damn floor, always trying to like fight against what he said, and it never failed. That a top 5 player, maybe 7 if you want to debate it, top 5 to 7, always won a title, and I couldn't deny that shit. You only in one hand can say that, and if you can sit here unbiased and say that Jimmy Butler can carry you to a title, bar any injury, everyone's healthy, then y'all tripping. Y'all are tripping.
That's the best player.
I'm not sure. All right, so like, check it, right?
You think Jimmy Butler could beat a KD, a Steph, a LeBron?
No, fuck that. You think he could beat a healthy Bucks?
he wasn't.
Yes.
Bro,
He
was-
beat a healthy Bucks before.
What? All right, hold on. What did y'all see?
He
in the
beat
finals?
y'all to win the ring.
What did y'all see What did y'all see in the finals against the Lakers? Was that not special? What did y'all see?
What? Yeah, it was good. Listen, I'm not
Come
saying.
on,
Listen. I'm not saying a player like Jimmy Butler can't make the finals. He's proved he can make it.
Nah, you say he can't.
But that's my point.
Has he won
To
it?
the finals. But when he's sitting across from another team, like another player, LeBron James, this is basketball we talking about, right? And on the NBA level,
Right.
9 times out of 10, if I got the better player on my team, I'm gonna win. The Warriors can be as confident. Draymond Green can talk all the crap he wants, do all these antics. You know why? At the end of the day, he got Steph Curry on his team. He got the greatest shooter on his team in the world. That's why. Jimmy Butler don't do that for you. Bam can't go talking crazy. He can't be like, oh yeah, I got Jimmy Butler. No, he's a good player.
Yes, he can. He does
He
it.
might get you to the finals, but think about it. If Jimmy Butler's in the finals, who he's going against? More than likely, he's going against a player that's better than him. He's going to go against the LeBron, the KDs, the Giannis.
He might go against Kyrie.
So Jimmy Butler is not going to find himself in the finals more than likely going against someone that he's just better than. And that's my point.
Before I change the subject, I want to talk to the Miami Heat fans on this. Do you think y'all are winning or going? Well, no, y'all could go to the finals. We've seen it. Y'all think y'all gonna win the finals with what y'all got constructed?
No.
Real shit, I think we could have won if everybody was healthy, bro.
No.
I really think we could have won if everybody was healthy.
Against the Lakers?
To save your season, bro. You tripping.
Against the Lakers?
What
Are you talking about the? No, you talking about this year?
How the team is right. Yeah, right now.
Bro,
How the team
listen,
right now, do you think they win the title?
listen.
Yeah, if
I
this team
love PJ Tucker. That's one of my favorite players too, right? But, bro, you are not stopping a fully healthy, because you want to talk about healthy. You're not stopping a fully healthy Milwaukee Bucks, bro. You're not. Middleton was the difference.
You're talking about the year past with the
No.
PJ.
My team is
No, right.
No,
now.
I'm talking about right now. Like the playoffs that happened right now, Middleton was gone. That's the reason why the Celtics went on to the finals.
but on a fully healthy Miami Heat. if the Bucks was not healthy, the Bucks is not healthy still. But if the Bucks is not, everybody's the same, but the Heat is all healthy. I think we're winning.
What dog shit?
This is my biggest problem with y'all. This is my biggest problem with the Heat. Yeah, Jimmy Butler can score. He can score. Y'all don't have nobody else that can really just be like, you know what, get your own bucket. Everybody else has to rely on somebody else to get a bucket. Bam is very athletic. He can't just score like that. That's not his thing. He gets buckets in transition. Tyler Hero is a spot-up shooter for the most part. 6-man.
Duncan Robinson stole money.
Who do y'all have outside of Jimmy Butler that you know what? I can rely on this dude for the most part to give me 20, 25 points.
All right, so let me go. If you're talking about like the season's already done as of right now, can we win a title? No, we cannot.
Why not?
Because like you said, even though I believe in Jimmy Butler, we still need. I need Bam to not like. I need Bam to realize that like you can extend. You can ask for the ball on the post whenever you want to, because that's what we want you to do. We need you to do that, right?
That sounds retarded.
Tyler Hero's not just a spot-up shooter, but like
Yeah.
Tyler Hero needs to actually become a two-way player.
He's not gonna be. He's not gonna be, bro.
Can Tyler Hero put the ball on the floor
Tyler
like
Hero,
that?
oh, yeah,
Nah,
baby.
but he's
He's
still,
not just a spot-up shooter. I'm not saying like oh
And
he's gonna go.
maybe that's
But
the
that-
thing. Somebody else. He needs somebody else besides Jimmy Butler. Somebody that can show him how to get easier buckets. You feel what I'm saying?
Somebody that's better than Jimmy Butler. That's what they need.
No, no.
But
Who can y'all get that's not better than Jimmy Butler that can help y'all win a title?
what you're literally talking about is fucking talent versus hard work. That's what we talking about, basically. I feel like that's what I feel like we talking about.
Who can he get that's not better than Jimmy Butler that could be like, oh, we can win the title with him?
Well, if fucking Bradley Beal didn't freaking re-up,
He's better than Jimmy Butler.
I was about to say that. If Bradley Beal comes to y'all, Jimmy Butler is second fiddle.
it's still Jimmy Butler's team, and
No,
It doesn't-
It might be, but it doesn't matter. He's not the best player on that team.
Bro, y'all like Juice. I'm looking at you, Juice. Hey, tell me, Jimmy Butler is better than Bradley Beal overall. Right now, let me know, cause he biased right now.
I know this is
Yeah. I digress. What I'm saying is this: Bradley Beal, first of all, if y'all get him, then then
He's not on a good enough team. He's not on a good enough team. So let's not. The Wizards are not a good team. So
You know he can't do shit with that, bro.
not that.
Hey.
Minnesota was atrocious, and what did Jimmy Butler do?
yeah, but you act like Jimmy Butler went to Minnesota with a whole bunch of bums, and
They
then
were
they just
bums.
became. No, they had Carl Anthony Towns and Wiggins, who are 20-plus a point game scorers.
Hold on.
If you have 3 people on your team who can score 20 in the NBA, you're going to be decent.
they made the playoffs this year. By the way,
Stop it.
They made
Wiggins,
the playoffs this year, yes.
they made the playoffs. By the way,
Because
Wiggins
Anthony
didn't
Edwards.
know what he was until he got to the Warriors. The
No,
Warriors.
Wiggins was
No.
who he was before he got to the Warriors. He was.
No. Time out. Let me say something. I'm gonna say something because I've been an Andrew Wiggins fan from the gate, from Kansas when we was at Fort Riley, when none of y'all motherfuckers wanted to come and watch his fucking game. When I went to fucking the Jayhawks game, right? So that was one of y'all because I was like, hey, I'm about to go. So Wiggins has always been what Devin said, a 20-point player, right? The whole thing was he wasn't a first pick overall. That's why he was a quote-unquote bust. But every year he was with the Timberwolves, he was averaging 20 to 18. Now, you take him because he's skilled and not have intangibles. You put him as the third person on the Warriors. Now you just give him his skills to fucking flourish. Now look at him. I wasn't gonna look. I would have been a hater. But I wouldn't be surprised if he became the NBA Finals MVP this year.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Are you taking Karl Anthony Towns over Jimmy Butler?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Hold on.
I'm not.
Hold on. You taking a nigga that before games, all he do is be on the game all day playing Call of Duty.
No,
Devin-
can't do that, 'cause Allen-
Devin Booker does that.
Huh?
Devin Booker does that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
First of all, Devin Booker was Karl Anthony Towns' teammate.
I'm gonna put it like this, bro. I mean,
gonna
yes,
take-
I'm taking Cat because he's younger. I think he's a harder player to find. Like that's a big man that's skilled. Cat is a great 3-point shooter. Like,
Yes.
I get that, but it's a team sport. My thing is this, right? When you talk about Jimmy Butler and these hard-working players versus skilled players, Westbrook don't work with the Lakers not because he can't shoot, and also because he needs the ball to be good. He can't really play off ball.
ISO-centric.
Jimmy Butler pretty much needs the ball to be Jimmy Butler.
He's
But
James Harden though.
Jimmy Butler, but they're not James. He's not James Harden. James Harden don't win either. So that's a bad person to use. It's not like James Harden winning anything.
He got a bigger bag than Butler, and he still ain't winning.
Right.
They got these the skill instead of intangibles, right?
But Jimmy Butler has always been on these teams. Yeah, he's making these teams better. Well, he didn't really make Chicago better.
No.
You know, Derrick Rose did that. But Jimmy Butler isn't like he's going to teams and he's going to these bum teams with bum players. He goes to Chicago with the youngest MVP to ever play the game, and Derrick Rose, and Joker Noah and Luol Deng and all that time. Good team. He goes to Minnesota. Granted, they've been trash, but they still had 2 20-point a game guaranteed players on their team. All-star, well, up until Wiggins recently, all-star caliber players. So it's not like Jimmy Butler's just going to bad situations. Then he goes to Philly with Joel Embiid when he wasn't the best player. And now he's in Miami, who has that culture.
But did he not make Miami better, or
He did. He definitely did. But he didn't make them. I'm gonna win a ring better.
I'm just strictly talking about after Chicago, bro.
No. So the whole. Go ahead.
Would the Heat trade Jimmy Butler for KD?
No, they will not. They
Straight up.
Yeah,
Straight
why-
up. Straight up. If hypothetically, would you want?
They're not trading. They are not doing that.
They're going to do that, bro.
No,
They're
they're not. They've already said
that. Anybody would do that, bro.
Well, this is my point. This is my point.
Crazy.
they're not.
I would have done that right now.
All the superstars, for the most part in the NBA, the Heat would trade them. Trade Jimmy Butler for them.
No, they won't.
If Steph Curry said, "I want to go to Miami," Jimmy Butler gone.
They're
No,
gonna
it's not.
trade.
If you want to go to Miami, Jimmy Butler gone.
This is why.
Kyrie not that type of player. I didn't include Kyrie.
Oh,
If Luka wants to go to Miami, Jimmy Butler's gone.
No, they're not.
Yes.
Not.
You're not. Yeah, he's younger, one. So Jimmy Butler isn't the starter.
But it's not. That's.
My point is, there is nobody in the NBA that the Warriors are trading Steph Curry for. Nobody. There's nobody in the NBA that the Mavs are trading Luka for. Nobody.
Nobody that Miami Heat is trading.
Yes,
No,
Butler can be
it's
traded.
not.
Yes, he can.
No, it's not. It's not. They're not doing that. I'm dead serious.
You're saying that as a bias, though, White.
No, this is.
Bro, they trade KD for Jimmy, bro. They gonna
If y'all can get Luka, you wouldn't want Luka. Luka for KD straight up.
Huh? Luka for who?
Luka for KD straight up. Hypothetical. Would you take it?
Luka for KD?
Luka for
you're.
Jimmy Butler straight up. My bad. Luka for Jimmy Butler straight up.
Would
do
you
it?
not want Luka on your team?
No. As a Heat, because no. It's not the like. Just check it. Like we all know. Listen, Oos, he already know that I have unorthodox way of thinking, right? I already have an unorthodox way of thinking. I really do. Why would I trade, right? Like for Luka when Jimmy Butler has proven to us and has shown we're not Toronto either. That he's come into this organization, plays both sides of the floor, is able to lead our team and show that, tell other people that. Why would I give up that for somebody that who is more skilled than him, right? I get that, but doesn't fit how I want my team to be. Luka does not fit. It's not going to be a good fit for us. That's why you're trading him.
I had to take a piss
is
on
my
that.
Player. What has that gotten you?
To the Eastern.
No, that's cool.
Out of the 3 years that we've had Jimmy Butler, because we have 3 of them, we went to the finals and the Eastern Conference Finals twice. So
What does that mean? Let's all clap for participation awards.
Yeah, but like, it's
Finals don't mean nothing, bro. Why you?
What,
No,
what I'm saying is,
yeah.
what I'm saying is, if
I
you're
feel
gonna
like
keep,
if
you're gonna.
I'll take-
So what I'm saying is, if you
Hold on, I wanna
know,
hear it.
if you know Jimmy Butler's gonna take you up there and not win it, then what's gonna take you to win it?
you need
I don't
another.
believe that we not gonna win right there, bro. I honestly don't believe that.
He's saying it. You're saying it. You need another star.
You need another cast for Jimmy Butler because
So-
all their marbles are in Jimmy Butler.
So what I'm saying is, if you add another star, that person's gonna have to. He's gonna end
Be
up being
better
better
than Jimmy
than
Butler
Butler.
if you want to
No,
win.
he doesn't. He just needs to be. He can't do what Bam does.
All right, hold on. Name a player that's the same caliber as Jimmy Butler. Who's equal? Who's equal to Jimmy Butler? Name one.
DeMar DeRozan.
Exactly. DeMar. All right, I'll go DeMar DeRozan. I prefer DeMar DeRozan. DeMar
Okay.
DeRozan. Well,
Wow.
exactly.
And DeMar DeRozan was a great player who got traded for Kawhi Leonard because he couldn't get them over the hump. Kawhi Leonard got them
That's
over
a
the hump.
perfect example. They
That's
traded
like-
him for Kawhi
But
because he's a better
We are not the
superstar.
Toronto Raptors, but we are not the Toronto
But
Raptors.
my point is,
You
DeMar
should be
DeRozan
better.
was part of- but this is my point. DeMar DeRozan was part of Toronto Raptors culture with Kyle Lowry. They built something great. Their coach won Defensive Player of the Year. But year after year after year, regardless of how far they made it, bro, we can't win this title. We can't get past LeBron, a superstar. You know what we got to do? We're going to fire the coach of the year. We're going to bring in a new coach, fire our superstar player who wants to stay in Toronto when no players wants to stay in Toronto, and trade him away for a superstar at the time in Kawhi Leonard. And guess what they did? They won a title. Y'all not winning a title with Jimmy Butler as your best player, and that's my only thing I'm saying. If he's your best player, y'all not doing it.
I want to make my point. If DeMar DeRozan go to the Miami Heat, do you think
No.
we'll win?
No.
No.
Y'all gonna have the same fate. Y'all gonna have the same fate. DeMar DeRozan's not.
You
taking
probably
nobody
go.
to the finals.
You probably go to the finals and lose
Butler.
at best.
This is what I'm saying. Who y'all play first round? Who y'all play the first round of the playoffs this year?
We beat the Hawks in 5.
DeMar DeRozan and the Heat would have done that. He would have beat the Hawks.
I think so. I'm sorry.
We talking about both of them, bro.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah. We do that. You don't.
The fate would have been the same. He could have beat Philly. James Harden was playing like Lord knows who.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think.
Like Jimmy Butler. One point is Jimmy Butler and DeMar DeRozan are not that much different of a player as far as
Whether you like either or, they're damn near around each other. But at the same time, you put either or on that Miami Heat team, you're still to me, you're still gonna need someone better.
You
Like,
need one of them
Jimmy-
guys. You need I'm him. You need him.
Yeah.
And you ain't got him.
Trade Jimmy Butler. Listen, trade Jimmy Butler to the Celtics for fucking Jaylen Brown. That's a dangerous team now.
That's a horrible trade.
How?
Are you crazy?
No, what I'm saying is you put Jimmy Butler replaced with Jaylen Brown with
Oh,
Jason
Boston.
Tatum.
That's
Put
a
him
different-
in Boston. You think they're not gonna at least scare somebody in the finals? Like, come on.
No,
Because
you know
now
what's
he
that-
has a way better. Because he's not the best player on that team, but he could help Jason Tatum be that.
Okay, but
I
I'm
agree
asking
to
this.
that. I agree.
I'm
to that.
asking this.
He's gonna yell at Jason Tatum. He's like, "What the? Why are you in the corner? Go fucking do something." Help
Okay,
him.
He's not
Okay,
talking-
well, so speaking of free agency,
that's
so
not-
speaking of so to get on free agency, do you want KD to join your team because y'all was on his
Fuck no. I'll tell you like this. Go ahead.
list?
Before I
He
keep
want to
going.
come to y'all. He's y'all number 2, but
I will say this as a bias, bro. This just me. Same thing, but let's go back. Let's take it back. When LeBron, as a Miami Heat fan, when LeBron wanted to come to the Miami Heat, I did not want that nigga to come to Miami Heat because I knew that was gonna take away from D-Wade legacy. So no, I don't want KD to come to the
It's already too late. We already proved that we could win without him twice. But what I'm trying to say is this. Like I said in the beginning of this podcast, we are not the Los Angeles Lakers. We're not trading our youth for 1 or 2 good years. We know that this core, even though Clay and Steph are 33, 32, it doesn't matter. They're not athletic. They're shooters and skilled. They probably can prolong to be a little later in their 30s. what I'm saying is they don't depend on their athleticism, i.e., Westbrook and Giannis. They can prolong their careers with just being shooters with this youth that's coming up on top of them, right? Why trade them for a KD again and just fucking win one more ring? I don't want him. I've already been.
I want him to go to Phoenix.
No,
Before you
I want him to go to Portland.
No, he ain't gonna win no title there.
I need Dame to get a
Yeah.
superstar
No,
with him, bro.
But this is why I want him to go to Phoenix. And it obviously would have to be this way. They have to keep Devin Booker, right? KD's not going to Phoenix if they don't keep Devin Booker. Phoenix wants to get rid of DeAndre Ayton anyway. So you can have him if the Nets believe in DeAndre Ayton, they can have him. They can probably have to give him Mikal Bridges, which I would hate that. But if you got KD with Devin Booker with the 4 general, because KD wants to chill. KD wants a point guard who
I want to play basketball.
with a 4 general like Chris Paul, and you got Devin Booker on the opposite side of you, bro. If that happens and they keep that team intact for the most part, that's the only team I think can threaten your Warriors in the West.
So who else? So right now at this time, without any of these what ifs, what other because I know we went hard on Jimmy Butler. No, I'm talking about in the West.
Nobody. As of
Exactly.
right now, nobody.
All right, so like the Clippers.
No. Let's make everyone healthy.
Maybe Clippers. Maybe
No.
Clippers.
Let's make everyone healthy. So Clippers to me and walk. This goes back to 2018, 19, and 20, bro. Because you know I've been on a clip. I'm a Warriors fan. Jerry West makes every team good, bro. Those freaking Kobe teams, them freaking Memphis, the grit and grind, the Warriors, our team now, the Lakers. Like, come on now, like, and now he's with the Clippers again. Like, I think I'm gonna give respect where it's due. Kawhi Leonard is that dog. PG being a secondary is perfect for that team. Do I think they're gonna? No, I don't think it because they just keep throwing old all-star names. Like now, John Wall's there. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Like I don't.
Hold on now.
All right, so here's the thing now. John Wall is my favorite point guard in the NBA. I don't know why, and because I hate Kentucky and Duke, but I don't know why. But like when he's healthy, and if he plays between that 50 to 60 games for the season, he don't even have to score because he's that good of a passer and a playmaker for your team to get other people open. I believe like if he plays between 50 and 60 games, they could possibly be the number 2 seed because I still think the Warriors
number 2 seed. You think the
number 2?
You think the Clippers are better than Dallas and Memphis right now, if healthy?
If healthy, yes. Only reason why is because John Wall's. If they're healthy, you still have Kawhi coming back. Who Kawhi is a silent beast.
We know that, but you're asking John Wall, who hasn't played in a year, to come back and beat John Wall.
But John Wall has also been. It's not like he's out of shape. The man has been.
It's not about being out of shape. It's about, bro. I haven't played basketball consistently like since Japan. I go hoop right now. I'm not oos that y'all know.
But we're not.
I'm in shape. I run my miles every day, but I don't have my.
Yeah.
I just for some weird reason I believe they're healthy. I'm not saying they're not beating all these other teams. I just think during the regular season they'll be number 2.
I don't care about that.
This
Juice.
is my thing with Minnesota. This is my.
No, go ahead, Devin.
My thing with the Clippers is John Wall. Yes, he's a great player, but he's also that last era point guard who couldn't shoot. He was in that Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook. John Wall is not known for a good jump shot. Now, in the NBA today, John Wall is coming back to a very different NBA than when he left for the most part.
Facts.
He can't shoot, which could be a problem. Now, granted, he's the point guard, so it might help out. But my dark horse team, which I'm very interested to see, my most excited team this year is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, people say they think they gave up a lot for Rudy, but you got Rudy with Cat. That could be, and I think they're doing that to beat the Warriors because the Warriors don't have the great big man.
We're small.
Now,
We're small. Yeah.
So now you put Cat and Rudy there, and with Anthony Edwards, I don't think they're going to beat the Warriors. I think they're too immature, but that can get the Warriors trouble because of the style.
How many of you guys watched Draymond's podcast? He brought this up. And
I
it's
like-
funny. It's funny because he brought the Minnesota Timberwolves up. They're like, they wouldn't have done this unless they knew that Anthony Edwards was a superstar. Like they put it in their mind that they have to win now. They didn't do it when Cat was there by himself. They didn't do it when Andrew Wiggins was there by himself with Zach
Or
LaVine
Jimmy Butler.
They knew that this year that Anthony Edwards is something. And the reason why a lot of the most part of why they lost was they couldn't rebound for shit. They couldn't defend the paint for shit. Who did they bring? One of the best rebounders and defensive players of the years. So the thing is, what Draymond said, and it was very interesting, was he was bringing it up as small ball era is here, but a lot of it is going back towards the old days. And Draymond started noticing, he's like, I'm a center at this point, but I've noticed that this trend is coming back, and I don't think there's no better tandem than Gobert and Cat. So Cat, like I was talking to Dev on our other chat, Cat can play the four. This motherfucker can shoot. He can put the ball on the floor for the most part. He's a post player. He's a mid-range shooter. He does everything a power forward in traditional sense can do. I think you have a good point because one, I do, and I'll be the first one on my own podcast to say that I was wrong on this draft with Anthony Edwards. I thought he was a bust. This man's amazing. He's amazing. And
I'm gonna tell you the beautiful thing about this, Rudy Gobert was asked to be the second option on the Jazz.
He's about to be the third.
Or maybe fourth because they still got D'Lo.
Yes.
So he could potentially be. Rudy Gobert is not a scorer, but he's your fourth option. He on some Draymond, like in the sense of you're here for defense. You're the center. Cat can play the 3-point line. You got Anthony Davis coming down. I mean, you got Ant coming downhill with Cat coming downhill. The Warriors don't have enough. I don't think they're gonna beat the Warriors. Don't have the big bodies. Most teams don't have the big bodies to stop that.
And think about this too. D'Lo is very good in the pick and roll. So now you got it. So now you got Gobert who can do the pick and roll because I feel like that's where he gets most of his buckets from. The pick and roll, right? But then say they get clogged. Now you got to worry about Ant on the corner, or Cat on the corner now. So how you gonna pick your poison now? Now with the Timberwolves now, I feel like what is your remaining cast gonna be? How are you gonna fill?
That's really what it is the rest of the depth. That's all it is how we gonna add on to this because Dev hit it. Like that's just crazy to me. I know Juice. Go ahead, Juice. Go ahead and say something.
Juice.
What makes Karl Anthony Towns not a 4? I honestly thought he was a 4 playing the 5, bro. Like
so.
His day and age, the game's getting kind of position.
So it really came for me. It came down to size. Like he's 6'11", 250, right? It came to size. But if you look at if y'all watch college, he wasn't even starting when he was with Kentucky at for the most part.
Kentucky team was
stacked, right? Stacked, right?
Anthony Davis was averaging like 5 points a game, like probably not that low, but he wasn't really doing nothing. No one
14 and 10 when he played.
It was what was his Willie Cauley-Stein, bro? Willie Cauley-Stein started over him, right? Only reason why is because Willie Cauley-Stein did something for that team that he couldn't do, which was be a shot blocker and a rebounder. But we all knew skill for skill, Cat was that guy. That's the reason why he got picked the way he got picked. I think naturally in the 90s and the early 2000s, naturally Cat is a 4. But because of this new day and age when the Warriors and everyone else start being, small ball, he had to go to the 5. You know what I'm saying? AD as a 4 had to go to a 5 because they had to play small ball. But now, like Draymond said in his podcast, they trying to come back, and Timberwolves is trying to do that. I don't know how many other teams is doing that. Do y'all know? Because I can't think. But this is crazy to me because Cat being
they gotta try a different style to try to beat the Warriors, and like you need 2-3 players. That's why I'm very high on the Pelicans. They're gonna be a playoff team. See, and you know, I talk about this all the time. Like when I think about players, the option on your team matters, right? All y'all
Right.
played basketball before. You might look like a different player if you're the number one option than if you're the third option. Because
Yeah.
you might not be a number one option type of player. You might not just have that game.
Mm-hmm.
But you might have the game of a spot or two third option. So now you got CJ McCollum, who's usually a second option. I don't think he's a second option caliber player, but he's for sure a third option caliber player. Like you got Zion and Bi.
And they got that
Opening
young
the shoe.
kid, Herbert
You
Jones
shoot,
too.
You put the ball in Zion's hand because he can handle the ball going downhill. That might be a nasty combination too that people should watch out for.
But
I do have a thing to
And they
say.
got a great coach.
I do have a hot take though that I just thought about since we've been talking about will versus skill and how the games is changing. So is the game changing? Players are becoming more skilled because it's positionless, correct?
yes,
Does that make
you got to learn it. But we all knew
You gotta
this.
learn everything now. You gotta learn everything.
We all knew this when what is it? 2004? Was it 04 Olympics when they got the ass kicked?
Yeah.
When they got the ass kicked by overseas because every single player on Argentina knew how to shoot, knew how to dribble, knew how to dunk, knew how to layup, knew how to pass. They knew everything. Whereas the NBA only knew their skill. You're a big man, you need to learn how to post. You're a fucking point guard, you better learn how to pass strictly. That's where it happened. Like a lot of documentaries show that, where even the Dream Team was saying that shit. It was like, once we whooped their ass in the Olympics during the Dream Team time, the world starts saying like, fuck this, we got to learn every skill. Dirk Nowitzki, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, like all these overseas players are coming over and killing, and they're like, why? It's because they're learning every skill. Look at Jokic. Jokic is one of the best passers in the game, and he's a center.
And people were mad. Like I got some old heads. They were like, "Oh, it should have been Embiid." I was like, "No, it shouldn't have."
That's hard to debate. I want to
matter. Like it's trivial, but it's
I
trivial.
will say this though. To your point too about that, I just had to say this. I truly believe that, like Richard Jefferson said something about this a few years ago. It's like, why should LeBron or Wade or Melo start over me on the Olympic teams? I like because they were better than you. I really felt like that was also a downfall too to that 04 Olympic team. You had three rookies that knew how to play well together and play better than a lot of your stuff. That could have helped.
Look at that squad put together though. Like look at the squad put together. That squad to me wasn't screaming gold medal to me. It wasn't.
Yeah, I think they could have done so much better.
The world caught up. Kobe said this. The world has caught up.
Hey, bring that up, Walt, because you brought it up.
Think about the last four MVPs. The last 4 seasons have been international players.
Yes.
When you talk about the top 10 players, 5 of them are international. 6 of them international. That's the game. American players are not necessarily the best players anymore at all.
The best player in the league right now is not American.
It's debatable. Giannis, you think Giannis? Who the best player in the NBA? Steph Curry? Giannis?
Let's go with Steph. He just won the Steph right now is the best player in the NBA.
Potentially. But when I talk about Luka, Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, like these ain't American-born players.
Hey,
I see where you're coming from, but to say that the world has caught up, look
who your team just drafted. Look who your team just drafted.
Yeah, I like that. I'm not saying that like there's not a thing, but to say the entire world is caught up, it's not true just right. Because
I don't know.
Like this, right? We won the Olympics. We won the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
We didn't whoop what team Rudy Gobert played for?
France.
Wasn't they in the finals against the American team?
France and Spain are always going to be the top. Australia too.
Rudy Gobert. But anyway, my point is, France was giving the American team some go, where Rudy Gobert is one of their best players on their team, and he's not one of the best players in the NBA.
Facts.
So that should tell you right there. A France team led by Rudy Gobert is giving the American team with all these superstars some go.
Yeah, but like what
and
Lou said, France and Spain
they
are
come
like,
down to bro.
that type of team to play against.
But what I'm saying is, on France, after Rudy Gobert, it's very hard for you to even name some people that play in the NBA.
Unless you know, because if you ask me, if you ask me, I will name the France team right now. Michael Petrus, Tony Parker, Boris Diaw. I'll go crazy with this.
Yeah,
but
I know.
You have to be a nerd about FIBA to do that kind of stuff.
My point is, these aren't the quote unquote top
best
five
players. Yeah,
in the NBA for the most part.
I definitely see what you're saying, but I don't think that.
But like, yeah.
They're not gonna. They're not beating us. But what he's trying to say is, and I totally agree because I've seen it. Is the influence on the world catching up made NBA the Americans wake up and say, I need to learn more than just posting up. Like I need to learn more as a point guard to shoot more and post up because, like I said, in the Dream Team woke up the world. The team that fucking LeBron got a bronze medal in, they fucking shook the world saying, hey, motherfucker, I don't care if you're LeBron, Carmelo, and Tim Duncan, KG, and them. I don't care if you dunked on that Australian that was 7 foot something. We caught up. We here. And it started to grow. And Spain's been respectfully one of the best countries. France always been. Australia, if fucking Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving can play for that team, it's a different story. But Australia's always been respectful. Argentina, like the world's there, bro.
Yeah.
Serbia.
The last 4 years, international players won MVP. I can guarantee it's about 60% chance another one will win one next year.
It'll probably be the same person.
No, it's gonna be Jokic.
Luka,
I got Jokic or Luka.
No, Jokic ain't winning 3 years in a row. They ain't giving him that.
Oh no, Embiid and Luka. Those are my two.
Embiid
And Giannis.
I think Embiid gets over the hype.
So I do have a question that was tailed that's connected to my last question. So now we're in a league where players have more control over their destinies, right?
Right.
Like we see what Kyrie doing. We see how James Harden acting. You know what I'm saying?
James Harden doing.
Is that a part of the skill over will thing? You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm saying is this: when you have a player like Jimmy Butler that wants to come to work, that know he got to work, that know he got to put his head down. You know what I'm saying?
Put his hard hat on. Yep.
Motherfucker don't got time doing that.
Because he can't.
But that's not. Is that good for the league though?
It's not. But but my point is when you players like the Steph Currys, LeBrons, the KD, the Giannis's, you can pretty much do what you want because you run the league. Jimmy Butler couldn't pull a stunt like KD just pulled.
No, he couldn't. I agree. I totally agree to that.
To me, that's what separates. That's part of the measure that separates. Luka could do that. Luka say, I want out of Dallas. He gone. And he more than likely gonna go where he want to go.
But is that good for the league though, bro?
It's not, and I think the owner's gonna have something to say about this in this collective bargaining agreement.
It has to. And it's not even just that; it's the Ben Simmons thing too.
Ben Simmons sitting out, yeah. Like you can make an excuse for Kyrie to an extent, but what Ben Simmons did was like, yo, and then come on in the back end.
He fucked it up. He fucked it up for the homies, bro. He fucked it up for the whole. He fucked it up for the whole league for them, bro. Because they're gonna call it the Ben Simmons rule. Yeah. Well, like, motherfucker, I'm not paying you all this guaranteed money if your ass gonna sit down because what? You got a broken pinky toe? Nah, bro.
They need to get him out of here, bro. Like that nigga don't know how to act.
Bring him to the Warriors.
But it's not just him. KD did his dirt too. KD just signed an extension. You got 4 years left in your contract, and you asking for a trade.
Because the organization is trash.
No. What my point is, and I'm not going to tangent on this.
Go.
That's wrong. That's wrong, right? You signed a contract, bro. Be a man and thug out your contract. You can't never say this about LeBron. Say what you want about LeBron. Every time LeBron left somewhere, he was a free agent. He did his due time, wherever location he was, and then he left. KD, regardless, now this makes it worse for his quote unquote legacy because, bro, you just signed an extension, and all of a sudden now you asking for a trade. The owner's gonna remember this.
Well,
they gonna do something about this.
That's
I
good. That's a good point.
mad at KD though because this Nick like it's bullshit, bro. Like James Harden came over there bullshit and Kyrie bullshit. Kyrie not bullshit. I think he just got something going on in he just growing up type shit. But everybody bullshitting. Why would he want to stay there? And you just said he can do that. So why would he stay there if he know he can do that? He can't win there. There's nothing's good's gonna happen there, bro.
Let's bring it up. So we're
But
talking about
if
the
you
Kyrie.
owner, right? If you an owner and you sign me last week and then the next week I come to your office and say, yo, bro, I need out. You like, damn, bro, we invested all this money, time, resources, whatever. We did everything you wanted to do for you. And now all of a sudden I want out.
But
And players were just doing that, and now the rest of owners around the league, I guarantee they looking at Brooklyn like, yo, bro, don't make that trade. Because then the players gonna have the power. They probably not gonna go how the NFL is, but
I will say
it's gonna be some reconstruction of contracts.
hold on.
I will say this.
Do you think the players, because you know that stigmatism of the owners we're black players, the owners don't own me, this, that, and third. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think our players are using that to just do whatever they want?
No.
I just think the money has made these players so comfortable. When you talk about Dame Lillard or Jokic signing $260 million checks, it might be hard for you to get up and give your all every day and want to stay somewhere because the money different. So I get that, but there has to be some type of, I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna fill out my contract. Now, granted, the devil's advocate would say, teams trade away players all the time without asking them and do what they want. But the unfortunate truth is, they own the team. When you own something, you can do what you want. You own your house, you can do whatever you want with your house. You don't want grass, get rid of it. Get turf. You want rocks, get rid of it. You the owner, you can do that. It might not be fair. It is what it is, though.
There are people though. You don't own that person.
Yes, you do. Contractually.
Well, you do. If I'm paying you millions of dollars.
Oh, hey, the only
better come work for me.
I need to know everything.
Listen,
about you. I need to know where you sleep. What's your favorite food?
Listen,
what you doing on the weekend?
facts. If I'm signing you, you're mine.
Melo said this about David Stern on an interview. Like, yo, David Stern called Melo like, yo, them people you hanging out with, you need to cut them off. You need to get rid of them. Because I'm investing $90 million in you, bro. I need to know when you go to the bathroom.
This is after the New York Knicks and Nuggets fight.
Right. So
that right though.
Yeah, if you own a business, right? If you own a business and you hire me, and I'm out here wilding on weekend and doing all this stuff like that, and it can make your business look bad, you gonna be wanting to know what I'm doing. You're gonna be concerned.
Yeah. So here's my thing.
Huh?
If you mess up, I'm gonna fire you. And that's playing.
Okay.
Or trade you.
NBA, when you sign contracts, you're guaranteed to get this money no matter what you want. KD can break his leg tomorrow; he's going to get that money, which makes the NBA different than NFL, which gives the players so much power.
Which it should be, but like I agree with Dev, but there has to be a balance between the players and the owners, which is why they have the collective bargaining agreement, which Ben Simmons really did fuck that up.
You don't think KD messed it up?
No, I don't think KD did.
Player styles extension asked for a trade right after.
The reason why is because that's his right to ask for it. Now he's still gonna go. That's his right.
He doesn't have a no trade clause in his contract either. By the way,
he can do what he can ask for a trade. Now if he had like with Carmelo, right? The reason why people dislike the move with Carmelo is because he had a no trade clause. And he was trying to get that because he never wanted to be. And then now he was like, oh, I want to be traded now. And then this is when he was with the Knicks. And they were like, but like, we can't really do that, man. Like you're messing up. Like we need you to
White. Let me put this in perspective, right? You're an owner, right? You hired me. You said, Oos, you're one of my favorite employees. And then I look at you and say, send me to the next guy that does it better than you. Like, are you gonna send me? Like, how would you feel if you signed me and then I tell you, I don't like you, I want to go to the next owner who does it better than you? Like, that's what KD is literally saying right now. It's like, give me my extension. Okay, it's signed. All right, we'll trade. Trade me.
But that's
Look at the
I
situation.
get it, but you can't fault the player for that.
What's the situation? He orchestrated that team.
This
He
nigga is about to
orchestrated.
oh in a minute.
You right, but you can't fault the player for that. But you know how the game go. Katie
Yes,
is such a
I do.
listen. Katie is such a superstar. The Brooklyn Nets say, you know what, bro? We ain't gonna pay you, Katie. We ain't gonna pay you, or we not gonna trade you. Katie gonna cause such a ruckus because he's such a big name that you're kind of forced to do something. That's why I say other players would never do this. DeMar DeRozan, Jimmy Butler, Levine, players of that caliber can never even imagine asking for that because it wouldn't go well for them.
They can
But
request
KD
for
Put it like this.
But
Put it
no,
like
they're not
this,
gonna-
White.
They're not gonna do that.
White, put it like this with KD, right? He has so much power. He said DeAndre Jordan is gonna start for us, right? Instead of Jarrett Allen. What is Jarrett Allen doing right now? And where is DeAndre
All-star.
Jordan?
An all-star.
And where is DeAndre Jordan?
I
Not
don't know.
with the Nets. We don't know. He's somewhere, but he's not with the Nets. So he orchestrated this. The owners listened, and now he's doing this kind
The
of
whole
bullshit.
thing. The whole thing.
Bruh.
Kyrie comes to Brooklyn
That's
because of
not-
KD. KD
Because of
comes to
AD.
Brooklyn. Listen, KD comes to Brooklyn. They have a good coach in Kenny Atkinson. Kyrie and KD don't
One
want him.
step,
They fire
Steve
him,
Nash.
send him to the Warriors to help out the Warriors, and then they hire Steve Nash. And then Kyrie says, I don't need a coach.
Yes.
They get you James Harden. That team is literally unfair in most people's eyes. That team potentially could have been worse than that Golden State Warriors team with KD. That's how
If
people look at them.
it panned out well,
It would
yes.
have panned out. That team was unstoppable. Don't you think it's weird that James Harden was willing to leave that?
That's because Kyrie was bullshitting though. Well, not bullshitting, but whatever.
Okay, Kyrie BS
Well-
him. Not Kyrie. Kyrie want to leave, or whatever they got going on. We don't really know. And then this dude asked for a trade with 4 years left, and you 34 years old.
But
and
you know,
then you pick the two top teams in each conference from last year, and then say I want to go to Miami, but y'all can't trade Bam. Y'all can't trade Jimmy Butler. They can't trade Bam anyway. But I'll go to Phoenix. Y'all can't get rid of Devin Booker, so y'all have to keep all these people I want.
well, I got something though. What if this? And this is a what if though. What if he's doing that to force him to sign Kyrie longer?
It's not
He on
happening.
a 1 year deal.
It's not happening.
But like, what?
Kyrie is Los Angeles Lakers one of these days.
He's gone.
He's gone. I already have articles telling me
He
while
got his
they're
money. He got
Bro,
his money.
listen,
Hold
these
on.
articles. He went to an LA Sparks game,
I know.
and a
I was-
fan said, "Hey,
I saw-
when are you being a Laker?" He turns around and says, "Soon." Bro, he's gone. He's about to be a Laker. It doesn't matter. And even if he's a
I didn't see
Laker,
that.
I
This
do
my
not
theory.
care.
This is my theory. Kyrie's the Nets didn't want to sign Kyrie long term. Kyrie option gets $34 million. And he's like, you know what? They're like, we don't really want you. We're going to trade you. They told KD we about to trade Kyrie for Westbrook in some type of way. Westbrook coming to Brooklyn. KD said, you know what? I'm out.
But let's talk about this real quick because I wanted to bring this up.
Okay.
I know we've extended our time, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Westbrook, and Kyrie, we cannot do that. There has to be a third team in this. There is no way I'm trading.
The Spurs are the third team.
The Spurs will be the third team because of
The
what.
Spurs-
Interesting.
The Spurs will get Westbrook to get his salary done because they already trying to be trash. They trying to tank for that new dude coming out of college.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can get him. That's what they're trying to do. Kyrie goes to LA somewhere, but some people don't think the Spurs are going to help the Lakers.
Why would the Lakers get Kyrie if they know he act like this? Why would
Because
LeBron?
Because it gives them a better chance because they know they cannot win with their team constructed now. So even if Kyrie Irving is a dumpster fire, you know that he gives you a better chance than Westbrook. He's already won with LeBron.
And
Huh?
also, it does go to LeBron too, because Kyrie has openly admitted that he was wrong the way he treated LeBron, and for like the last two seasons.
His fucking brother and he wouldn't fucking play with him. What you talking about?
I
Listen,
love the brother. That's the TV. That's the narrative.
yeah, the last two seasons he's been ramping up, talking all this shit about how LeBron was this, how LeBron did this. He even did. Was it the Pivot or the I Am Athlete podcast?
And it's LA. Kobe. Niggas love Kobe. Niggas want to do things in his honor all the time. It's the Lakers. Location.
He literally apologized. He literally made an unofficial apology to LeBron James.
You can't trust Kyrie with a grain of salt.
It don't matter what you're gonna do. Can you trust Westbrook? Are you doing anything with Westbrook?
No. Not at all.
You get a 90.
Your fate is sealed with Westbrook. You're not winning. The West is getting better. The Lakers with Westbrook, they're not winning. So take my chances with Kyrie, regardless.
Rather roll the dice with Kyrie.
Or efficient.
You know the dice with Westbrook. You know what the dice gonna be. You know crapping
snake
out.
eyes.
That's why you do it, because
like.
But I.
What's up? Go ahead.
Kyrie back with LeBron. If this happens, truly,
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. You're gonna see that LeBron now is gonna. Cause I really think it, because what LeBron said before they traded Kyrie to the Celtics. I was ready to give the keys over to him, meaning, hey, I'm gonna play second fiddle. When I need to turn up, I'm gonna turn up. Like Kyrie, hey, you about to be an MVP right now. And
he tried that. He tried that with AD.
I think that's
that
bullshit.
Motherfucker always in sick hall.
It can't happen. It can't happen.
Here's the thing, though. Kyrie is entering his prime, or he's just starting entering his prime. Yeah.
What? Boy, you crazy?
I believe this. I believe so. I believe.
Hey.
No.
He's only 30.
Listen. Kyrie, he's only 30 to what?
He's only 30.
Kyrie, he grown man already. He's set. He ain't getting no better.
I don't know.
Players don't get better like that.
He's more efficient now.
No.
Bro, how can you say that when he played freaking 15 games? Like,
exactly.
Bro, the best ability is availability.
What happened with playoffs and Kyrie?
But what?
What Kyrie do this last playoffs?
Granted, yes. They got ass kicked.
Kyrie goes to the Lakers, he's gonna be good because he's the third best player.
If AD stays healthy, yeah.
But do you like? What is the trade for this? This is what I'm saying. Like, how the fuck do you think anyone? Because if you hold on, remind me if I'm wrong. But nobody fucking wanted Russell Westbrook last year besides the Lakers. So who else wanted this motherfucker?
It depends on what honestly, no one. It depends on what the next one will do. I don't know. They're saying they want this haul for KD, which like you're not getting that. You're not getting 2-star players for KD. KD's a great player. He's a superstar.
But can you be wrong? Can you be wrong looking at what the fuck happened with Gobert getting all what he got for that trade?
The market. Yes, he messed with the market. I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but what I'm saying is, as the owner and GM, watching what the fuck Utah got in return for him, I got one of the top 5 players. Shouldn't I ask for more?
It's a thing. Do not trade with Danny Ainge.
But see, KD runs the NBA. Well, superstars run the NBA, so KD is not. If they try to send him to Phoenix, you can't give up Devin Booker. KD be like, no, I'm not going there. And if KD say he don't want to go somewhere, he still got 4 years. But you think Phoenix really want to take a player who already don't want to go there, and then they're gonna be bare bones?
Kobe Bryant did this. Kobe Bryant did this when he was trying to go to Chicago. And they were trading him for the player he wanted to play with at the time in his prime was Luol Deng. And he said no. But the only difference is Kobe Bryant had a no trade clause. KD ain't got that. KD going wherever the fuck they send his ass.
But will they do that? Will the receiving team want to take a player that doesn't want to be there?
Shit. If I'm a small market, yeah, I get what you're saying. But if I'm a small market and I'm an owner and I got KD on the roster, shit, I'm selling tickets. Fuck it. You ain't gonna play. Fuck it. but that's a stretch. That's a stretch. I get it. That's a stretch saying that. But listen, I have to cut this short, and I'm glad that we're going this hot because I want this team to be together for another segment, right? It got so bad that I forgot to charge my phone. My phone dead, bro. I had the script, and we didn't even go down the script. But I love the fire. I love the fire that we went through. Right, Juice, White, Devin. It's always a pleasure. Listen, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you disagree. I know everyone disagreed with what the fuck White said. So go ahead and tell me. Go ahead, tell me.
Yeah, not
Go
anime,
ahead.
Y'all know I always had the most weirdest takes ever, and that's
And
always
I
gonna.
and I need that. That's good content. So listen, I'm about to cut this short. Hey, like, comment, subscribe. Welcome to the Subtle Flex podcast again. Love y'all boys, and then we're gonna do this again.
Go ahead.
Holler